NFL quarterback Dwayne Haskins has died. He was hit by a car early Saturday morning. He was 24 years old. And it's a tragic reminder of how short life is and how nothing is guaranteed. My little brother died at 17 years old. And when someone has a surprising death that you're not prepared for, it's really different. Like not being prepared, I don't want to compare deaths, but my grandma died. She was 95. I said goodbye to my grandma every time I left her house, and I knew this could be the last time I see grandma. It's different when you're not prepared for it. And I think of his parents, man, Dwayne Haskins' parents. It's heartbreaking. I watched my parents go through losing a son. It's awful. Now, I have more human stuff to talk about, but there's been an interesting debate in the wake of his death that I don't know why we had to have this the day of his death, but it happened. We got to talk about it, I guess. There's been an interesting debate about how will Dwayne Haskins be remembered. I saw a really toxic side of our society when the news broke Saturday morning that Dwayne Haskins had died. People were saying stuff like, "Who cares? He's a bust." It's wildly inappropriate and insensitive. I don't know. I think of those people, and I'm not really mad at them. I don't really have any anger. I just don't have the energy to get mad at people anymore. But I go, man, how did we screw up so badly that someone can die and you're like flippantly don't care about it? And I think the reality is that we treat athletes like they're Madden characters in just a video game, or sports cards you hold, or just numbers in fantasy football. No. These are people. These are human beings. And Dwayne Haskins accomplished a lot. I mean, a lot on the football field. More than most people who will ever play the quarterback position. Certainly more than you, and probably certainly more than me. Probably more than you. I don't know how many people are listening that have accomplished the stuff I'm about to say. Dwayne Haskins was an NFL quarterback who made millions of dollars. He was a starter at The Ohio State University. He was the Rose Bowl MVP, a first-round pick in 2019. By so many metrics, he was a massive success in the football world. Now, he was drafted by Washington, and it did not work. But we also never really got to see where things were headed. We'll never really know how the Dwayne Haskins career story could have ended or where it could have gone. I'll say this. He had a shot this year in Pittsburgh. Him, Mitchell Trubisky, I guess Mason Rudolph. There was a battle going on there, and we don't really know how it would have played out. And I like believing that. I like hanging on to it. We don't really know what could have become of Dwayne Haskins. Now, believe it or not, Dwayne Haskins was more than a football player. He was a human being. And from all accounts, Dwayne Haskins appeared like a guy who was fun-loving, good-hearted. People liked him, joking, like a cool guy to be around, a positive influence on people's lives. And death is awful. It's very sad, this whole story. We lost. I played quarterback in college. We lost a fellow quarterback, and a pretty damn good one at that. It's easy in the sports world to dehumanize people, athletes, coaches, general managers. But these are not just figures for our entertainment. And I'm not going to lie, I've been having a hard time with this entire thing, the sports media world. How do you navigate it? My job is to talk about people in sports, and I love the story. Sometimes the story isn't a good one. And then what do? It's awful. It's hard. And I've been getting more and more worn down by kind of the culture and the way we treat athletes and the way we talk about them and dehumanize them. And it's been a weird couple weeks for me. I've been really just kind of analyzing who I am and who I am as a content creator and how I want to talk about athletes. And I want to end this segment with a quote from Jordan Fuller. Jordan Fuller said this about Dwayne Haskins. He said, one of my college teammates, he said one of my college roommates, they lived together. So Jordan Fuller said, one of my college roommates, we played in the same 8th grade all-star game. We talked about a reunion trip during one of these off seasons, and it felt like we had time. Look, guys, life is short. Enjoy it. Make sure you tell the people you love that you love them. Make sure they know you love them. Try to do good. Hope for happiness. And, man, don't take this brilliant opportunity we have on planet Earth. Don't take it for granted. Life is precious. This is a very sad story. I saw Dwayne Haskins died, and I was like, man, died way too young. And I don't know. I would have loved to talk to him. He's the kind of person, that's the kind of person I want to interview in the sports world. The person who goes to Washington, a first-round pick, and it doesn't work out. How does that affect you? What do you learn from that? I would have loved to meet the guy and hear about his journey. I'm sure a wild roller coaster of a journey, and high highs and low lows, and the world can learn from a person with that kind of story. And I'm really sad he's gone, and I'll never be able to interview him. It wasn't really on the table anyway, but I'm telling you, there was something there with that guy that we'll never learn more. And that's what makes me really sad. It's tragic that not only his career and his story, but his life came to an end so early. And man, if you were one of those people who was like, "Oh, he's a bust. Who cares? I'm a Washington fan. He never gave me what I wanted." If that's your attitude, man, I'm thinking about you. I'm really sorry that something happened in your life to get you where you think that way. But it's a really tragic story. And Dwayne, hope you rest in peace.